Welcome to the class again. We are discussing about the intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction. So I'll give you one more example where we can clearly see the stereo selectivities of Diels-Alder reactions. For example, if we place a carbonyl here, the same molecule, but if we place a carbonyl here and when we look at the stereochemistry, then we will see first we will write the conformation how it will undergo Diels-Alder reaction. Now because of this carbonyl, I'll first try to write this diene. Methyl group is there, dienophile. Then because of this carbonyl group, it is better to write the endoselectivity. That means this carbonyl must be nearer to these two carbons, right? So in that case, what I will do, I will write a carbonyl like this. So from the dienophile directly, I will write the carbonyl nearer to these two carbons. Then how many carbons I have? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons are there. Okay, right. So this is how we need to predict the conformations. We will write the dienophile. If there is no additional spherical crowding or endoselectivity, we can directly connect them with the number of carbons in the linker. But here we have a carbonyl which will facilitate the endoselectivity. So because of that, the dienophile and the carbonyl, so carbonyl must be placed nearer to these carbons. So then we have hydrogen here, we have hydrogen here. Now you look at the stereochemistry of these two hydrogens. They are pointed in the same direction. Both the hydrogens are pointed in the same direction. That means here the ring fusion is cis. The ring fusion is cis. Of course, we get the same product, a 6-membered fused system, and we have a double bond here, methyl, and a carbonyl here. In the previous case, the two hydrogens are pointed in opposite directions, so the ring fusion is trans. Whereas in this case, two hydrogens are placed in the same direction, so the ring fusion will be cis. And one more point, because it is an endo product, we will try to write this alkyl group below the plane. So what we will do, we will write these two hydrogens above the plane. Okay. Having said that, this alkyl group must be written below the plane, so these two hydrogens above the plane. Is this the only single product possible? No, it is not the single product possible. An enantiomer, that means both the hydrogens below the plane, that is also possible. Okay, so what is important is here we are getting a cis ring fusion. In this example, we are getting a trans ring fusion. So that's what it is important to understand. Here the carbonyl may approach this endo selectivity either from below the plane or from above the plane. In that case, if I have written below the plane, so this must be below the plane, hydrogens will be above the plane. But if we write this configuration endo selectivity from above the plane, then this alkyl group will be above the plane, hydrogens will be below the plane. So that is also possible. So we will get a 1:1 product here. We will get a 1:1 product here. Similarly, in this case also, we will get a trans, but we will get a 1:1 product. That means if we write it, if this dienophile is approaching from the below the plane, then the configuration is like this. If the dienophile approaches from above the plane, the configuration exactly reverse. This hydrogen below the plane, this hydrogen above the plane. So for simplicity, what I am doing, I am writing only one product. Right. We will discuss some more problems on this similar stereo selectivities. Now, if we place an ester on this side, then what is the stereochemistry around this ring fusion and the ester group? Right. In this case, it is possible. Yeah, first I'll try to write the simple uh, diene, dienophile. Okay. Then how many are there? 4 carbons are there. So we will write 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Now, if CO2 Me is following endo rule, CO2 ethyl group, if it is following endo rule, that means this CO ester group must be nearer to this. When we write like this, these two hydrogens, see hydrogen here and hydrogen here, both are exactly opposite. Both are exactly opposite. Yeah, this is trans only, right? So this is E double bond. So both are exactly opposite. That means trans. And not only that, this ester and this hydrogen both are cis. This ester and this hydrogen both are cis. Right. So when we write the product, we need to keep in mind all these points. Right. When we are writing the product, okay. So we will place this here. Then we need to worry about this ring fusion as well as this ester group. Because of this endo selectivity, if we place like this CO2 ET below the plane, hydrogen is also in the same plane as CO2 ET. So hydrogen here will also be below the plane. Now both are in opposite direction, so it will be trans ring fusion. It will be trans. So this is how we need to write the products. So remember, first we need to draw the two diene and dienophile. Then place the substituent, because we have 4 carbons, we are attaching 4 carbons here. It is a E double bond, so we will place CO2 ET nearer to this carbons, because it should follow endo rule. What if it doesn't follow endo rule? If it doesn't follow endo rule, as I said earlier, intramolecular may follow endo rule or may not follow endo rule. If it doesn't follow endo rule, then what we need to do is we need to write the conformation like this. Because it is an E double bond, so now this carbon will be like this. Okay, right. How many are there? There are 4. So we will write 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, it is a connection between these two, right? Because if it follow endo rule, we will write like this. If it doesn't follow endo rule, we need to write like this. Then we will place the hydrogens here. Hydrogen is like this, and this hydrogen, it is also like this. That means these 2 hydrogens are in the same plane, as well as ester group is also in the same direction. So because all these 2 hydrogens and ester are all on the same side, then we will write a product with cis configuration. We will write a product with cis configuration. We can write with either all below the plane or all above the plane. So this is cis. Okay, it depends. Okay, if it follows endo, that will give you only the product. But if it doesn't follow endo, this will also give you another product. So if it follow endo, it will give trans. If it doesn't follow endo, it will give cis. So in case of intramolecular reactions, there is no clear cut rule. Okay, when it will follow endo, whether it follow endo or it will follow both endo plus exo, there is no clear cut rule. So we need to give both the answers. But remember, the hydrogen and ester group, both are same side, so they must be placed either same side, either below the plane or above the plane. Here also you see these 2 hydrogen and ester both are on the same phase, so that's what it is important for us. Even in the exam also, yeah, we missed this double one. In the exam also, they will ask you by giving these 2 in the same plane, these 2 in opposite planes. So first we need to eliminate the answers which were with hydrogen and CO2 ET on different phases. So when we do select the product by elimination, then it will be easy to understand, or it will be easy to correctly predict the product in an intramolecular Diels-Alder. Okay, we cannot straight away take the product. Yeah, intramolecular Diels-Alder reactions are always tricky. Yeah, which is more stable? We don't know. Okay, both are possible. As I said, there is no clear-cut rule in case of intramolecular Diels-Alder reaction. So in this example, both are possible with the 1:1 ratio. That means 50% product will be this, 50% product will be this. Yeah, I'll give you one more example to better understand how to predict the stereochemistries in intramolecular. See, here we have taken a trans double bond. Now we will see with a cis double bond. So this is a jet double bond. Then what are the products? Again, we will write the conformations like this. So this is diene, this is dienophile. And if we think that there is endo product possibility, then we will write CO2 this side, nearer to the two carbons. Because it is a jet double bond, this alkyl group must also be like this. Okay. And we have four alkyl groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we need to predict the hydrogens. Hydrogen and ester both are opposite. Here, this hydrogen, this is also opposite. Okay. I think I'll redraw it. Okay. It's not clear. I will redraw it. Right. If I draw a simple small double, then for example, if it follows endo, it will be like this. Then we have four, so four alkyl groups. And when we place the hydrogens, hydrogen, hydrogen. So that means these two hydrogens are cis and this is trans to this. So the ring fusion is cis, right? What is the ring fusion? These two are the ring fusion. So the ring fusion is cis. Say for example, because it is following endo rule, if we place this ester below the plane, CO2 then these two hydrogens must be above the plane because these two are trans to this. But if it doesn't follow endo rule, if it doesn't follow endo rule, then what we will do? Again, I'll so this is endo rule. Okay, I'll write the conformation again without endo rule. So first write the diene, then dienophile, because it doesn't follow endo rule, so it must be away from the, then it is a E double bond, so we need to write like this. Sorry, Z double bond. So ester and the carbon both are same side. And we have four carbons, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, what are the hydrogens? This hydrogen will be like this hydrogen will be like this. That means they are trans to each other. They are trans to each other. So that means here the ring fusion will be trans. Okay, I'll clearly draw them. Then we may try, because it doesn't follow endo, we may try this may be above the plane, this may be above the plane. Then this hydrogen and this ester both are opposite, so this must be below the plane, because these two are in anti, these two are anti opposite directions, so this must be above the plane. So the ring fusion, here it is trans, here it is cis. So this is how we can examine the product formation by stepwise fashion. So this is cis fusion, this is trans fusion. Here also we will get the products in 1:1 ratio. Here also we will get the products in 1:1 ratio. So in all these examples, the first example and the second example. First is a simple diene and dienophile. So there we may get only one product, that is trans. In the second example, we have one carbonyl. So if it follows endo selectivity, then we can also have a single product. Okay, but with other examples, it is possible to have both endoselectivity and exoselectivity. So in that case, we can have both cis-fused rings and transfused rings. So in all these examples, we will get 1:1 product. So both products in 1:1 ratio. Yeah, I would like to add one more point here. As I said, in intramolecular Diels-Alder reactions, there may be endo product as well as exo product, but you always go for endo product. You always go for endo product. Okay, so far I have written both endo product as well as exo product. Now we will purely look at the endo products. In endo products also there are two possibilities. Okay, I will discuss them now. Right. So here you can see this is a Z double bond, this is a E double bond. And similarly in the above example, this is E double bond, this is again E double bond. We need to remember these configurations also, they are very important. Right. Now we will see the product formation purely based on endo selectivity. Right. For example, this is the same example which we have discussed little before to this, but there I have given you the products based on both the endo selectivity as well as exo selectivity. Now we will purely look at endo selectivity, no exo selectivity, only endo selectivity. Even with the endo selectivity also, there are two possible products are here. Okay, right. Yeah, endo selectivity and C. For example, if it is endo selectivity from alpha phase, endo plus alpha phase, that means this group must be below the plane, right? Because it is an E double bond. Here it is E double bond. This is also E double bond, so it must be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have two hydrogens. So this hydrogen like this hydrogen like this. When we write this conformation, this CO2E2 must be below the plane, this hydrogen must be below the plane. Because these two are in opposite directions, this hydrogen will be above the plane. So when we write the product according to this, so this is double bond, this is CO2E2, this is hydrogen, so both these things, this hydrogen it is above the plane. This is one possibility. If we write the endo selectivity from beta phase, if we write the endo selectivity from beta phase, that means this will be above the plane. CO2Et will be above the plane. So this hydrogen is also above the plane. This hydrogen will be above the plane. Here it is above the plane. Here it is below the plane. So this is endo again, but from beta phase. But from beta phase. So when we write the product here, yeah. So this is from beta phase. So ester group must be above the plane. CO2Et. This hydrogen, yes, both are in same plane, so this hydrogen will be above the plane. These two hydrogens are anti, so this will be trans. Of course, it is a trans ring fusion, it is also a trans ring fusion, but see, exactly the stereochemistries are opposite. So it is a pair of enantiomers. It is a pair of enantiomers. Similarly, in the previous case, we have explained only endo selectivity one product, exo selectivity one product. But here with the endo selectivity, there are two possible products. So similarly with the exo selectivity, there are two possible products. Okay. Yeah, please take them. Again, I would like to repeat this point. With intramolecular Diels-Alder reactions, exo product is also possible along with the endo product. So in the first case, when we are discussing this example, I have simply given one product based on exo rule, one product based on endo rule. You just look at your notes. So the endo selectivity has given trans ring fusion, exo selectivity has given cis ring fusion. Okay, so that's over. Now, when we look at the endo selectivity, again there are two possibilities. Endo selectivity with alpha phase, endo selectivity with beta phase. Okay, so endo selectivity with alpha phase, of course, endo selectivity means it should be trans only. But endo alpha phase will give you CO2 ET alpha phase, endo beta phase will give you CO2 ET beta. Accordingly, the hydrogen which is in same plane as CO2 ET, it must be below the plane here, it will be above the plane. So these two are enantiomers. That means we will get a pair of enantiomers with endo selectivity, and also we will get a pair of enantiomers with exo selectivity. Okay, so for simplicity, what I have done is, first we have written both exo selectivity and endo selectivity. Okay, there we have ended the problem. Then again, with the same example, we have written the two possibilities for endo selectivity. Similarly, you can write the two possibilities for exo selectivity. Of course, as you know, they will give enantiomers only, so you don't need to worry much about. If you know one isomer, you can easily write the another enantiomer. Exactly what is the enantiomer? Stereochemistry will be reversed at each and every chiral center. Okay, similarly, when you write the endo product, of course we know we have already written the exo product. Okay, there also, if you want to write the another enantiomer of exo product, you can simply reverse the stereochemistry around all the carbons. Okay, so keep it simple. Okay, don't confuse. There are altogether, I can say, 4 possible products, but keep them separate, keep them simple. So if you were asked to write the product, first go for endo selectivity. Okay, no confusion. First go for endo selectivity.